Hey guys out there, it's ginandjack. Again, good to see you, whoever is watching out on my Tumblr, or possibly the YouTube channel that I have to post this crap on. Um, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, or for that matter, any really genuine content, but you have to admit, the blog's got style. I mean, I love it. I'm sure there's, nearly a grand people following me who appreciate that aesthetic too, and sorry for the tumbling camera. I'll try and keep it to a minimum, but no promises. um, so yeah, like I said, I've been away from the blog for a bit. I have been very distracted with life. It's a good life, can't complain, but I have a lot going on. Um, I have a lot happening at work lately, and a lot of extracurricular hobbies that have been taking a lot of my time. And not that I need to defend myself, because I certainly don't, but I don't want anyone to believe that this is distracting me from my faith, because there are some things to me that have beyond second nature. They're like breathing at this point. You know, like when I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do before I do anything else is salute my shrine. And that's even before I like stretch my ankles and get out of bed, like before I'm even up. That's the first thing I do. And I mean, I'm the sort of person where my daily devotions and my sartorial, devotions and the way I present myself, and my, to borrow a phrase, aphostiostai, which I'm borrowing from Sanyan, but I know for a fact that there are a bunch of Greek Orthodox and Greek Catholics who use that phrase too for their personal, like, little taboos. So, yeah. But the process of aphostiostai, or like the sacrifices that we make, one of mine is shaving my temples once a month now. Like, once a month is my... Anyway, like, I'm not distracted from doing those things, but there are other ways in which I'm distracted, because I'm huge on the concept of living mindfully, and the best we can do for our most ardent ones, those spirits or gods or beings, whoever it is that we are most passionate about in our lives, is to be totally mindful of them and for them and with them and in the moment, and like being able to turn any moment into an act of worship or an act of love, or to, be anywhere and be like, oh yes, play little games where you're just like, whatever it is you see, point out like, yes, that reminds me of X, Y, and Z. Or I could totally use that to do 4, 5, 6. Or later I'm gonna, leave an offering at that spot because that's whatever it is. Um, and I have these goals for myself because having spiritual goals are important, but you should be taking care of yourself too. Like, I'm sure at least some of my followers will be familiar with the concept of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that pyramid, where at the bottom you have your most basic human needs of like food and shelter, and you can't really worry about the stuff that's higher up on the pyramid, like financial, like, gain, and like existential issues, and like religious spiritual issues, if you don't have your basics met. And it's like I'm at a place where I'm in those middle rungs, but society allows even people who are broke to have, so many things cater to us that we have the free time to devote to faith and spirituality. And, I hate to say it, but like, that's why you have so many folks who get a bad rap, because they're spending their, government assistance money on religious paraphernalia, and it's like, no, they deserve that. Life is hard already, let them find solace where they get it. And it's like, they, more than anybody, need that mindfulness to help them get through, you know? Um, But more to the point, if you are doing well and you are okay and you're mostly safe and you're mostly counted for, or you're doing very well, then there's nothing that should be preventing you from being better and working harder and being mindful and developing that chorus, that reciprocity, that, never-ending interpersonal relationship. It's a huge thing for me. And like lately, gonna be honest, I've had some amazing times, but I've also been kind of down because it's like there's this lack of sleep and I'm emotionally yo-yoing and like I'm running around and camping and I haven't been eating the best, so I've been skipping gym days and I've become way more aware of the feel of my body as opposed to being hypersensitive about the way I look. So like a lot of my old hang-ups about my body are coming back, but they're coming back about in terms of like, oh, I put on weight. I'm not upset about that because I look bigger. No, all my clothes still fit. I'm upset because I don't like the way it feels. And like that stuff is a huge distraction for me, and it can be really hard for me to turn that away and turn it into, well, you know what, taking care of my body means that I can, worry less about health issues and be more focused on X, Y, and Z. And if I'm taking care of my body, it shows that I'm appreciating this physical gift of flesh, which is a totally natural part of the earth because I'm an animal just like everybody else. And so on and so forth. Forgive me for the rambling. I'm trying not to go off on tangents of fragmentary sentences and hoping you guys can extrapolate what I'm getting at because I just tried to record another video and it wasn't cute. Just trust me. um, so, what I'm getting at is, though, is that there are always things that we can do, even when we are distracted by life's dumbest shit, or when we are most capable, when we're not worried about the most lowest rungs of Maslow's hierarchy, that whole concept. There's always, always more, always something we can do to enrich our faith and better develop chorus with our most passionate and most beloved, spiritual allies and even just the people in our lives. There's always something. Um, I am quickly losing my train of thought. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to end this very quickly and just say thank you for listening to my very late night, very drunken ramblings. I appreciate all of you who are following along with my blog, Out of the Drink into the Wild, whether actually on Tumblr or on your e-readers or whatever it is, because it's lots of pretty pictures but light on the genuine content, and I swear it's not for lack of trying. I've been rereading Hesiod because I want to, start talking about that, and I've been reading about, Epiclesis of Aphrodite because, God, I just want to talk forever about Aphrodite streaming roses and the rose sugar that I bought for her this weekend. And that's another way that you can connect to the gods is okay, I'm quickly losing track. I'm sorry. I love you guys. And, yeah, thanks.